Julius Caesar's rise to power, the untold story. You know the name, Julius Caesar, a general, a dictator, a legend. But behind the marble statues and history books is a darker truth, one full of power plays, secret deals, and deadly ambition. Today, we're going back over 2,000 years, into the streets of Rome, the heart of the Senate, and the blood-soaked battlefields to uncover the real story of Caesar's rise. By the end of this video, you'll see just how close Caesar came to losing everything, and how one man's hunger for power changed the world forever. Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC, into a once powerful patrician family that had lost much of its influence. Rome was a city of chaos, corruption, and class warfare. And young Caesar? He was a sickly boy with a famous name, but no real future. His father died when he was just 16. Left with nothing, Caesar had to make dangerous choices to survive. But he didn't just want to survive, he wanted to rule. At just 18, Caesar aligned himself with the populist cause, a risky move that would mark him for death under dictator Sulla. He refused to divorce his wife, Cornelia, despite Sulla's demands. He was forced into hiding, hunted by men loyal to the regime. But he returned, stronger, smarter, and more dangerous. To rise in Rome, you needed power. And to gain power, you needed money, military strength, and influence. Caesar began climbing, step by step. He became a brilliant orator, captivating the masses with promises of reform. He made dangerous friends, like Crassus, the richest man in Rome, and Pompey, a military genius. Together, they formed the first triumvirate, a secret alliance that let them control the Republic from the shadows. Caesar became consul in 59 BC, then secured a governorship in Gaul, where he would spend nearly a decade building his real power, an unstoppable army loyal to him alone. While Rome descended into political madness, Caesar was carving out an empire of his own, conquering tribes, slaughtering enemies, and sending riches back to Rome. In 49 BC, Caesar stood at the edge of the Rubicon River, the border between his province and Rome. To cross it with an army was treason. To stay meant surrender. He crossed. With one act of defiance, Caesar declared war on the Roman Republic itself. Civil war erupted. Caesar chased Pompey across the empire, defeating him in Greece, Egypt, and beyond. In the process, he became not just a military ruler, but a political one. He returned to Rome a hero to others. By 44 BC, he had named himself dictator for life. The Senate had been reduced to puppets. Rome was no longer a republic. It was Caesar's. But here's the mind-blowing truth. Caesar never wanted to be king, at least not publicly. Yet he wore the symbols of a monarch. He had his image stamped on coins, statues erected in his honor, a throne in the Senate. He even had absolute power to choose his successor. Many believe he was preparing to dismantle the republic entirely and establish a dynasty. But not everyone was willing to let that happen. On the Ides of March, March 15th, 44 BC, Caesar entered the Senate. He never walked out. 23 stab wounds, dozens of conspirators. At too brute? The assassination wasn't just the end of a man, it was the death of the Republic. In trying to save Rome from a dictator, the senators had accidentally ensured the birth of an empire. And Caesar, even in death, he won. His adopted heir, Octavian, became the first emperor. And Caesar's name would echo for millennia. So we ask, was Julius Caesar a visionary leader who saved Rome, or a ruthless dictator who destroyed it from within? Let us know what you think in the comments.